I know Meg is somewhere in this area, but so I can learn how to... What the fuck was that noise? Whoa, my chainsaw's blue now. F***ing hell, I'm a jet plane. Okay, that's going to actually do more damage than it's positive.
Oh shit, here we go again.
Actually, thinking about it. Hell. Okay, behaviour. I thought you didn't like killers. Why are you giving me, like, legal speed hacks? Jesus Christ, man.
I'm dying. Help me.
This build is, like, disgusting. I'm using barbecue with lethal pursuer. That's f***ing hilarious. Oh my god, okay. Because I don't actually... That's ridiculous, that! F***ing hell. Fucking hell. Let's practice a new killer, boys. Right. I'm running. Fucking hell, that was a bit drastic. Let me not start this by saying, right, I'm running as though I know what I'm doing. I picked the two add-ons that I thought was going to be fucking hilarious because I'm running Slippers and Muffler, which makes my chainsaw silent outside of my terror radius. And once I've been in a chainsaw sprint for 2 seconds, I am also just silent in general because it removes my terror radius. Now, the problem with this is the fact that you're not going to get a fucking 2-second chainsaw sprint on this map, so, you know. That's a god pallet. Getting rid of that. This man has had about 7 different reworks since the last time I played him. I love the scratch marks on this map, it's got to be said. Did he go down here? No, he just vanished into thin air, I suppose. No, that's where we came from anyway, wasn't it? He must have gone this way somewhere. We'll go back over here. Yeah. So, I think, similar to... look at the fucking scratch marks, this big bald spot that looks like they don't even go that way. Similar to Singularity with it being RPD, we just lose by default, I think. Because I'm not going to be able to actually use my killer power in this one. Scratch marks are also not telling me where survivors are going. Very close. Fucking hell, dude, this is the most disorientating shit I've ever seen. My chainsaw's literally going through people. That's a god pallet. Did he go this way? We'll soon see. Yeah. It would appear that way. Did he stay in there? Yeah, he did. There's no point in doing that. Yeah. We just lose on this map, as I say. I think nearly every killer in the game loses automatically on RPD, quite honestly. It's a map that doesn't let you use your killer power. That let go as soon as I went for it. Fuck it, I'm just going to M1 him. That's almost an infinite, based on survivor move speed these days. Can I get an injured chainsaw hit? No. I was hoping he was going to run back to try and get behind me there, but he seems to know how to move, and I'm a killer that doesn't have a power by virtue of the map. Waste way too much time doing this. I am genuinely considering though, like I'm at my point now where whenever I see this map these days, I am thinking of just automatically DCing from it, because it's just not properly designed for 90% of the killers in this game. We're actually nearly at the game's end, because that one over there is nearly done, and so is that. Like, there's no... Every single game I have ever had on this map has always been shit for killer, because there's no actual gameplay to it. 90% of the killers in the game have the powers just not usable, because of how much corners, walls, and all sorts of obscuring shit there is. We're going back over there. There's the invincibility. He didn't get rid of this, did he? No. I'll do. There you go. I'm just going to sit here now anyway. I'm going to strap this to another one. I'm probably going to get a couple of videos like this, because this game's just terribly fucking designed in numerous ways, unfortunately. There's no way I could have done anything about this because of the map. I'm not going to really say this is my first practice video for this killer, unfortunately. I believe somebody's put reassurance on him at the moment, which freezes the timer. So... this all means nothing. We'll go for the Hulk trade, maybe. There we go. We're all waiting. I can body block as well, so that's basically 3 lives. Can't actually get that because of the angle. Yeah, they're all out. As I say, we'll just strap it to the other one because it's something that does happen, but it's just a shit map. I am going to start DCing from this map. It's fucking terrible. There's no gameplay on it anywhere, like for any single killer that I've ever played. It's always just been a dog shit fucking map. So we'll write that one off, and we will try and do this again. I was running Apex Muffler and Filthy Slippers, what I was trying to explain at the beginning, where, you know, we're basically going to be sort of stealthed when chainsawing, you know, like sprinting and outside of the terror radius. But like I say, that map's just fucking unplayable for killer, so no hard feelings, we'll just move on to the next one. That's a little bit more like it, I think, anyway. Right, we do lose stealth. Why the fuck are these people oh my god, I love an immersed gamer. One extreme to the other, but it's fine. I'd rather do this, to be quite honest, so I can... I know Meg is somewhere in this area, but so I can learn how to... What the fuck was that noise? Whoa, my chainsaw's blue now. Fucking hell, I'm a jet plane. Okay, that's going to actually do more damage than it's positive, actually, thinking about it. Fucking hell! Okay, behaviour. I thought you didn't like killers. Why are you giving me, like, legal speed hacks? Jesus Christ, man. Somebody's on that gen. Hello! Shit. It's the next chapter's killer, ladies and gentlemen. Because I'll be damned, fuck, if I'm not supposed to believe that our friend the Unknown isn't Dwight from an alternate universe, given the fact that he literally wears the same clothing. Wow, we actually get that, okay. We don't get a Scourge, unfortunately, it's fine. This build is like disgusting. I'm using Barbecue with Lethal Pursuer. That's fucking hilarious. Oh my god, okay. Don't worry guys, I'm hacking. Totally hacking. A million threads in the Steam forums. I just went, avoid this hillbilly, boys. Avoid this, this hillbilly. He goes by the name of Nem in game. I think he's cheating, fellas. There is no way he should have been able to see us. There is no such perk that allows us to do this. Shit. Fucking adorable though, I'll give you that. That's fucking ridiculous, that shit, mate. It throws me off. Wow, what in the fuck? Okay. We in the hillbilly meta now, boys. Fucking hell, now I can actually get a chance to play the killer itself, you know? I'm genuinely like... I'm actually surprised, and that's probably a negative thing, quite honestly, when I have to say that there is actually a killer in this game with an actual fucking power over the game control, over the game flow, like this. I mean, this is probably new players, as you can probably tell, but even so, like... That's how killers actually should be. But, you know, that's war crimes to say that though, innit, these days. Killers can't have power, fellas. Where is my Christian bully simulator? Oh god, lord, she didn't move from the hook. Your rescuer's fucked off, lass. That is fucking insane. Look at the fucking speed, man. I apologise for the language, that's just my excitement. My British excitement. Where? Oh, okay. Ah, okay. We do get that. But you just love the innocence of new players though as well, where they don't actually just instantly fucking DC when they go down. Because they're actually still enjoying the game, you know, even if they are losing. Shit. It throws me off, that. It really does, how fast it is. I don't think there's any way for me to get her at shot. Oh my god, she actually committed to that. I was expecting... It's really disorientating though, I've got to say. It's like basically giving you the turn speed add-ons at the maximum amount. Because I don't actually... That's ridiculous, that! Fucking hell. Fucking hell. Oh, that's beautiful. That is really fucking beautiful. We have an immersed Dwight who is either nearby or he's definitely in a locker. Oh, good lord. She's not going to kill us though. Oh, she 4%'ed. I did want to spare the cutie, but it's just what happens, mate. Unfortunately, she 4%'ed. We'll spare the Claude. It's very obviously new players. She's there, fucking hell. Feelings of power, ladies and gentlemen. Something you never fucking get in this game. Because it gets nerfed into fucking oblivion. You're not going to understand, are you? Don't. Seriously. Don't. Fucking hell. She's going to think I'm being toxic. Fucking went that way as well. The thing with this map is that it can be fucking anywhere, because these count as tiles as well. This is fucking ridiculous, this though. It's there. She's not going to come towards my terror radius, is she? You know that? Too timid. Claude! Where are you, lass? Fucking wait for an hour. There she is, she's over there. She's gonna run a distance away and get off my shoulder again when I'm gonna look really toxic for this. Right. Watch, right, okay. Don't wiggle. Please. Don't. 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 For fuck's sake! It's fine, relax. There you go. See? It can be nice when you want me to be. Right, I'm very impressed with Hillbilly, I've got to say. I am impressed. I mean, even though that's against new players, that's a promising way to rework a killer. You know, because obviously I do consider myself to actually have fundamental game knowledge, regardless of what that first round looked like. So, you know, somebody who does actually know how to play killer as, you know, a baseline, it's going to be good against new players like that. But this is what I'm saying, and this is a wonderful fucking example, ladies and gentlemen, of what I talk about when I say this is how killers should be. Not because it's a 4K like this, and not because it's a stomp, because as I say, these are new players, right? They were running around the map, crouching around the map. One of them killed themselves on first hook, yeah? That's not what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about killers having such powers like that, where they channel, you know, the power for such a time, in Hillbilly's case, where he gets a massive speed boost like that, and he's actually a threat, yeah? That's the key point here. He is actually a fucking threat in the game. Yeah, rather than something that you can run around in circles and be the same fucking speed as, with one perk in your loadout, which is Hope. That is how you actually design a killer in this game, because it's threatening and because it's something you want to stay away from. 90% of survivors these days in these fucking little groups that go on, you know, Twitch and Skype and Discord and all that shite, they go looking for the killer when they spawn in. They literally, they spawn in and they're like, oh, I wonder who we're against today, fellas. Who is it? Who is it? You know, we're going to go see who it is and all that. And it's like, well, that goes against the game's fucking philosophy, right? You're supposed to be avoiding this killer, not fucking looking for it. But that's what 90% of the gameplay is these days. At least in my games, anyway. Because that's all they do. You'll get some twat running over to you and start clicking the flashlight at you. Because they're not scared. Nobody's scared of killers in this game. But something like this, that is scary. And as far as I'm concerned, ladies and gentlemen, Behaviour have actually won in this situation. They have made a good rework. And it's inevitable that this shit will get nerfed into the fucking ground, because there's about 900 fucking threads on the Steam forums presently crying about how oppressive this is. Because it's actually a threat in the game, you know, and survivors actually have to have an IQ against it, you know, that kind of thing. And And, you know, that comes from me who actually does play Survivor myself, and I know how shit the fucking experience for solo queue is. But you need shit like this in the game. You need to get out of the mentality that, especially when there's only one killer and there are 4 survivors, you should lose less, you should win less than 50% of your games as Survivor. But that's not a case of, like, the whole team being killed, you know, more than 50% of times, losing more than 50% of times, you know, that kind of thing. Because some people on every team should be able to get out. There should be that sort of equidistant kind of balancing where that can happen. But they're going about it the wrong way, because they're just fucking nerfing killers into the ground. Patch after patch after patch. Something gets changed, something gets removed. You know, we removed Save the Best for Last because it was the only fucking thing that was actually plaster fixing M1 killers in this the game as it is these days. But they've removed that now as well. So, you know, they've gimped Blight because Blight's competitive, and, you know, he's an actual threat because he's fast and you need to have your wits against him. You know, that kind of thing. And it's going to be the same issue with Billy, because I don't know what the broader meta is at the moment, as I say, because I've only just returned, but I'm assuming Billy is meta at the moment because of that. Obviously, it's a bit cloudy because it is against new players, so obviously it's going to look fucking god tier, you know. And we did the first video of this, the first round of this video was on a map that's just fucking unplayable for 90% of killers anyway. It might as well be a fucking museum, that map, because you're never going to fucking get anybody on it with any sort of killer that has any sort of ranged-based attack, or, you know, power in that sense where you have to sprint towards them, or, you know, anything that requires a line of sight. Basically, you're fucked as that as killer on that map. So the first round's just a wash. But in terms of that, very happy with that. Very happy indeed. And I know it's not, you know, it's not the majority opinion, and I do actually fucking know that. I know there's some killers that don't think things like this should happen, but you have to understand it from my perspective. And, well, I mean, 90% of you that view DVD content these days won't even know Evolve exists anyway, but Evolve did the power roll very fucking right a year before DVD even came out, and we lost Evolve because of the DLC arguments and all that bollocks that's aged like milk in this day and age. But that actually did the power roll right where it was. When the power roll in Evolve, the monster actually got their power spike, it was a stomp, because that's what it's supposed to be. You're trying to stop that monster from getting to stage 3, which is their power spike. In this game, in DBD, you should be scared of the killer. You should be avoiding the killer. You shouldn't be spawning in and using his fucking terror radius as a means to find him, just so you can run him around in circles and have the game sustain that for you, because that's what happens in this day and age with this game. Any killer that doesn't have any sort of traversal or any sort of ranged ability to actually catch up to survivors is fucking easy prey in this game, as far as I'm concerned. They can be fucking ran around for 5 gens with no fucking control over the actual game itself, which is why you don't see them anymore most of the times, you know? So it's why the game's been condensed to Spirit, Blight and Nurse, because they are the only killers that ignore most of this game's bullshit fucking balancing that's been happening, because survivors can't control themselves when they lose, and they immediately take en masse to forums to cry about it. And as I say, I do play Survivor. It's not just the killer main saying that. It is literally just a human to human saying that people fucking cry way too much in this game on Survivor side. Because even if you lose a Survivor, just move on to the next game. With Killer, there's a slightly higher degree of humiliation with it, which is why it's a bit more tense for the Killer side of things, because there's only you on the Killer team. So it's a lot more stressful than 4 people taking the piss out of you and having a laugh on Skype. Yeah. So it is what it is, as far as I'm concerned. But yeah. Just to repeat, you fucking won with this one, Behaviour. I'll give you that. That is a fucking wonderful rework. You've probably overtuned him, you know, according to the masses, but as far as I'm concerned, that's fucking hilarious. I like the fact that they've literally give you illegal speed hacks when you get your chainsaw to overheat. So I'm going to have a look at his add-ons actually now, because this was with some overdrive, because I wanted to just test it to see what it was. Because obviously in the first round I didn't even get to use my fucking chainsaw, so the overdrive seems to be something we do want to build in this instance, because that is just hilarious, quite honestly. But yeah, we'll play some more games with him. I would like to go against, you know, survivors that do know how to, you know, how to loop and how to avoid him. As stressful and as ranty as I do get, but I would like to see what it's like and see if people actually have, you know, nailed it in terms of how to dodge him and things like that when he is overdriven. Because I do think, from the survivor's perspective anyway, I think that shit comes at you really fucking quickly. Especially the when we got the Meg at that loop where we curved it round. That was fucking that was some speed, I have to say. She probably didn't actually have time to react in that situation. But we'll see how it goes against, you know, survivors that are a bit more experienced against the hillbilly. But there you go. We're going to do this again directly after this game because that was hilarious, and we're probably immediately going to walk into survivors that know how to play against this, and then he'll get fucking shelved again. But, you know, we'll see, you know. I've always found him to be quite a fun killer anyway, regardless of how he's been butchered and then buffed in this particular instance throughout his history. But yeah. Hope you've enjoyed, and I will hopefully see you for the next one. Bye.